Oh crap, funny seeing you here. Hey guys, it's Jamie. Welcome back to the 12th episode of Create This Book 2. Do you notice anything different about me? Anything at all? I cut my hair. That's what's different about me. I did it by myself, that's why it's super uneven, but you can't see the back, so it looks good from this perspective. Let's just get into the pages. I'm gonna stop talking about my hair. This first page says create a repurposing. Give bits of garbage a new purpose on this page. So I started sketching this cup and like water coming out of it. I wanted garbage to be flowing out of the cup. I don't know why. I thought it would be cool. I didn't really come up with like a metaphor or anything. Next, I gathered my garbage. My garbage can is pretty small, so it fills up pretty quickly and I have to like replace the bag pretty quickly because I had recently just like cleaned out my garbage can, so I had to like dig through the main garbage can. I found this popcorn bag and the designs on popcorn bags are honestly so underrated. Like, they're so pretty. Anyways, it had like grease and butter and disgusting stuff inside, so I washed it, and that's why I got water on the page. So I started cutting and gluing my garbage. This was a pretty fun process. I usually don't really like cutting and gluing things, but it was kind of nice, you know, trying to make it go into the shape and make it look pretty nice. The garbage included a popcorn bag, a Häagen-Dazs. The Germans are screaming, is Häagen-Dazs even German? I'm so stupid, I'm sorry. An Oreo wrapper, a paint chip, and more random junk. Okay, so I'm editing this video right now, and I just googled what country Häagen-Dazs is from, and turns out it's from New York. It's not even European. So yeah, that's an interesting fact for you, I guess. And it is pronounced Häagen-Dazs. I searched it up. I added extra bits of garbage coming off of the main garbage. You'll see on the page, but I just wanted to make it seem like it was more like water and that it was more flowy. I painted the background black. I used acrylic paint, and I like how it turned out. When you just leave it like a plain white background, it feels unfinished, but when you paint it black, even though it's like the same thing as a white background, it's just a different color, it feels less unfinished. I wanted the cup to be transparent so you could still see the black background, but it was just lighter because it's a cup. I taped down the page so all of the wrappers and stuff wouldn't come up because some of the material was like plastic that had no grip to it. Finally, I was finished. I really like how this page turned out as a whole. The idea of it coming out of a cup is also really cool, and even though it's completely random, I think it works really well for what I was trying to do. The different textures are super interesting. This reflective texture that I found inside of the Oreo packaging is just really pretty, and I just really like the page as a whole. The next page says, create seasonal decor. Decorate this page based on the current season. So I started sketching. It's about summer because, as you know, it's the summer for me. Well, I don't know if it's the summer for you. Seasons get weird when you're on the different sides of the world. And also, if you couldn't tell, I wrote it in giant letters for you. This is really specific and weird, but the first smell when I think of summer is like the weirdly sweet bug spray scent. I don't know. If you guys like associate a smell with summer, please let me know because I feel like that's kind of weird. So I started outlining with my microns. Also, you should use sunscreen more than just in summer. I know that I just put sunscreen here because there's more sun perceived to be in summer, but there's still like UV rays in winter too. I don't know, I probably shouldn't be preaching because I always forget to put on sunscreen. Hi room, don't come for me. Oh yeah, I added like small text describing what everything was. I think my drawings are not that bad to the point where you need text to understand what it is, but I thought it was just a nice addition. And also I think it added to the page since the page was looking a little blank there. I chose a color scheme for my markers. I don't know why I always gravitate to this specific color scheme. I used it before for like a doodle page. I just wanted it to be cohesive, adhesive. Oh my god. So I started coloring and shading with markers. I think it's really fun to shade within the same colors that you chose for your color scheme. I don't know if that makes sense. It just makes it look very put together. I added sparkles and a background as well with my markers, and I was pretty much finished. I really like how this looks. It was a pretty low effort page. Like, I wasn't doing anything super innovative. I wasn't doing anything super innovative or interesting, but I still think it looks pretty cool. The flip-flops are so freaking huge compared to everything else on the page. Why did I do that? In my opinion, the drink and the sunscreen turned out the best. The next page, ooh, I'm actually gonna skip this page and do the next page. The next page first. So this page, I've said page so many times. So because the next page says to create bleed, I'm just gonna skip this page so I can like account for the bleed. So I started sketching a girl. I wonder who it is. So I drew Yuri from Doki Doki Literature Club. This game is like disguised as like a dating simulator where you talk to cute girls and get to know them, but it's actually like a horror game. So I think it's really interesting. I finally watched a playthrough. It's been out for like a very long time, but I finally watched a playthrough of it and I think it's really interesting and I really enjoy the story of it. I sketch these like bubble things that appear in the game, and for Yuri, after you choose yes or no for the question that she asks you, something very interesting happens. I sketch knives because, you know, Yuri's Yuri. I don't want to go into too much detail because spoilers, but yeah, Yuri really likes knives. I all in with my microns. I found this surprisingly less tedious than it usually is. I don't know. I just thought it was a lot of fun to like do her hair, which is really weird because usually I hate like outlining hair. I started coloring and oh my god, it bled so much. I used alcohol markers, which are known for bleeding through thin paper. So yeah, it bled a lot. Even maybe more than she bled out. I colored the hair, which I think looks really good. I was really surprised with how good the hair turned out. The jacket and the skirt are kind of ugly. The jacket is especially ugly. I don't know what happened to that. For the knives, I used like the same colors that I used on her, and I think that worked really well. Then I did some glitchy effects with the alcohol markers. I did a black background with my acrylic paint again. This really works for the page and it really adds like the creepy, cute vibe. So I just think the background just brought everything together. I had these blood spatters with a red Posca pen. Do you get it now? Create bleed and there's blood. And then I added another coat with black paint. I really like this page. Surprisingly, I really like all these pages. I really enjoyed making this page and I really like the finished product of the page. It came together really well. Doki Doki Literature Club is kind of this like surface level. It's very like cute, but it's actually very creepy. And I think I kind of managed to achieve that, where Yuri looks like very innocent and cute, but then she's surrounded by all these like blood splatters and it's like a black background. I don't know if that really makes any sense, but I tried to explain my thought process behind this. If you read the description of my last video, I mentioned that I wanted to change my uploading schedule. I'm just gonna be a little bit more flexible with my uploading. Like sometimes I'll upload on Monday if I can get the episode out faster. Sometimes I'll upload on Tuesday if I take a little bit longer. I hope you guys understand. I'm just trying not to burn myself out again. That's just my little announcement. I'm gonna be trying to post consistently, but also be more flexible with when I post. You can follow me on Instagram at Jeloafy, and you can also follow me at Redbubble at JellyfishJamie. And that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment what your favorite page is. Anyways, that's it for me. Bye. You don't understand, Mom. It's not a phase.